Valentine's Day is a week from tomorrow, and you might be thinking of purchasing some expensive jewelry for that special someone, or maybe even popping the question. And just like you would insure your home or your car, you got to insure that ring. So joining me to talk a little bit about this, we have AAA spokesman Skylar McKinley here. Not just rings either, but we do talk a lot about jewelry around Valentine's Day.
That's right.
And sometimes these things aren't covered to the full extent by a homeowner's policy.
That's right. So you put in a lot of thought and a lot of sentiment when you're buying these pieces of jewelry, engagement rings for men, expensive wristwatches, right? And it's exciting, it's fun. But what people sometimes forget to do is say, hey, I just spent a substantial sum of money on this item. I should make sure it's insured because, again, it's not just protecting your property, it's protecting an heirloom or something that you might want to have sentimental value attached to.
So what's the first thing you should ask? Do you go through your carrier, basically?
It depends. With engagement rings, for example, there's things called ring riders, right? So what I recommend is make sure she says yes first, but then afterwards call your insurance agent. For rings under $5,000 or so, you can just bring your receipt to your insurance agent and they'll add what's called a ring rider, which specifically covers that ring. For property more than $5,000, could be rings, watches, that sort of thing, you're going to want it appraised by a reputable appraiser, which you're going to want to have done anyway because these things actually accrue value over time. It's, again, an investment.
Good point. How much are you paying usually to get coverage for this sort of thing?
Right, it's always worth it. Listen, when people talk about spending 3 months' salary on a wedding ring, for example, and then we're talking about $1 to $2 for every $100 the ring is worth, and that's going to cover damages, it's going to cover if it's lost, if it's stolen, or if you drop it down the garbage disposal.
Okay.
It's really, we're not paying that much money for good policies that cover everything.
Even if it's your fault, if you were careless and dropped it down the garbage disposal.
That's right.
Or I lost my wedding ring, sadly, many years ago while I was getting my nails done, and luckily we had some coverage on our homeowner's insurance policy. We did have to pay the deductible, and it did not cost my husband 3 months' salary to buy that ring.
Yeah, it's worth the peace of mind.
Fortunately, but for everyone else, I mean, yeah, you definitely want that peace of mind. So, Skylar, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You too.
All right.